I have the 10 most anticipated shows for 2025. So, number 1 is Severance, which I've watched the first episode of Severance, season 2. I love Severance. You okay?
Yeah, I don't know.
Your shoulder? Eddie's pain is making it.
No, not at all. I don't know. I did something one direction, and then all of a sudden it like tweaked, and then now I'm like, oh, I'm scared to move my neck, but it'll be fine.
You're just rubbing it so aggressively that it looks like
because I feel
wrong.
like maybe if it just releases, it will. Maybe it's just something that pinched or not pinched.
You
I don't
need
know.
like Ray to walk over there and grind it out.
No.
Okay.
That'd be weird.
Let's make it not if you do it the respectable way.
Like in front, like as everybody's present.
Yeah, I'm with above clothes.
Yeah.
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 Let's pick Ray.
Nobody asked Ray because is he the strongest?
Yes.
I feel like of everybody here, Ray's got the strongest hands.
I mean, Lunchbox is the closest.
Yeah, but he claims he has some allergy thing, but it's from coach's convention. No, there's no doubt. Anytime he does anything, he comes in sick like this.
No.
Let's vote then. Hey, Amy, who thinks that he has this because of being out for 3 nights late? Coach's convention.
He's so adamant that it's.
Isn't he adamant on Vegas weekends too?
But did you go to the doctor to get that diagnosis?
No.
Oh, but then how do you know?
Because I'm coughing up phlegm. So I know.
I know, but when you go to Vegas, this does happen.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
That's
what
where
do you
I
vote?
get allergies.
You don't get allergies. Okay. Amy?
You ever been to Vegas?
But
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
No, Amy, it's easy.
It's okay.
It's easy, Amy. Vote.
Amy
It's not
abstains.
easy.
Sometimes you can just abstain from voting, even when you're in
I'd
Congress.
like to abstain because he has shown up with this phlegm stuff. No coaches convention, no
Yep.
Vegas.
But every time he does something where he's like staying out late, multiple nights, he comes in like this because he's like yelling. Hey, Ray, was Lunchbox yelling?
He said
at
he
all?
wasn't yelling.
No, and his voice was good Sunday night, so I'm just curious the last 36 hours what he's been doing.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the exact same thing every time he goes to Vegas, though. That's all. That would be my point if I were presenting the case. Eddie?
I'm not wasting my vote. I'm voting he lost his voice because he was yelling at the coaches convention.
I didn't lose it.
I've been there with Lunchbox in Vegas. I've been there with Lunchbox coaches convention, and there's a lot of yelling. So that's exactly what he did.
Like drinking.
Oh,
like
yeah. And the
having
drinking
fun.
dries your voice out, your throat out. And when you're yelling on top of that, is what you get.
Morgan?
Oh yeah, he lost it this weekend because here's the thing: if he would have came in with like a doctor, he'd been like, "I went to the doctor. This is what I have." I'd be like, "Cool, totally believe you." But he is good. He's very loud, and also this is just an unusual weekend for you. You did a lot of things that you don't normally do on a weekend, so your body needs some rest.
It's okay, man.
That's okay, man.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
But it is every time.
I mean, what's the doctor going to tell me? You have a sinus infection.
No, it's not about the
Cool.
doctor. I don't want to pivot to that conversation.
No. Morgan said if you went to a doctor, but what's the doctor going to tell me?
He's going to say, did you have a coaches convention this weekend?
He's like, oh, I saw on your Instagram you were like a coach's convention, and like you were passed out in the middle of the daytime when your wife took a picture of you because you were so exhausted.
He was?
That was that night.
Yeah, whatever it was. He's like on the couch.
That was Sunday night.
What's up?
That was Sunday night.
So
That
anyways,
was rude.
Severance.
Are they rolling that out like
One at
season?
a time.
Oh, that's the worst.
It's the worst, and we couldn't wait to watch it. We watched it. Now we're just sitting here.
I started that one.
Season 1.
Yeah, I'm on episode 6, season 1 right now.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm involved.
I loved it. Number 2 is The Last of Us, which will be season 2. I loved that show on HBO. Now that was based on the video game, but I never played the video game, right?
Yeah, I think you have.
And then I like the guy in it.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh, like Star Wars guy?
Yeah, he's Mandalorian.
The Corona commercials?
That's what you know. Oh,
yeah.
What do I know him for? Oh, I know him from he played like a cop in something.
Narcos.
Oh, he
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Good
He's in
one,
Narcos.
Bones.
Yeah.
Well,
Forgot about
Mike
that.
D. Yeah.
No, but he said I knew him from something else. I'm
Where he
like,
played
I
a
don't
cop.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty good. They remembered that.
Why'd you hate on that?
I wasn't hating. I
Is
was
your shoulder giving you hate vibes?
Yes.
I do that too, and I'm like hurting. I'm cranky.
No, I was giving Mike D credit because he's the one that said Narcos, and then Eddie goes, "Good job, Bones."
I think Eddie's
Okay.
good job to me was that it was Narcos, and I remembered it.
Right.
Right,
They
right,
remembered he was on
interpreted
another
it.
show
So
as a cop.
I
Yeah.
was.
But you know what? Good job, Mike D.
Yeah.
I remember random TV shows that people were in.
Number 3, Squid Game, season 3, which comes out in June.
Can't wait.
So, and I do have my Squid Game dice. What's funny, I post on my Instagram, I was like, yeah, once I was in South Korea and I had to
No.
play this thing. What?
Nobody believed that. Are you about to tell us? Are you about to tell us that somebody believed
Come on.
that you were actually in South Korea and you almost got
Well,
shot?
this is what I said. I said in South Korea, I got myself into some trouble, and I had to play this game. Luckily, I won, but this is one of the games I had to play, and so I played taught him how to play this on Instagram. And I was like, it's how I bought this house, but I wouldn't do it again. And so
Yeah, like I laughed out. I watched the whole thing and I laughed out loud, which is hard because we're all together all the time. So I'm like, this was funny.
And so when I did it, I thought that a lot of people would understand it was a Squid Game reference, and I didn't expect everybody to. But also, it's not quite. But everybody was like, "Dude, you're just playing jacks," and I'm like, "It's not even about the game. It's like the you mean jacks? Yeah, yeah,
Did you figure out how to play it?
yeah." So, yeah, I know I do know how to play it.
Okay.
So there's 5 dice. You roll. The trouble is you roll them, and so then you pick up one, you throw it. I don't want to hit it. I'll knock stuff off. And you do one, and you catch one.
Like jacks.
One, catch one. But you're not bouncing a ball. And then you throw one, you have to pick up 2, and then 2, then 3. But the hard part on this is you have to catch it on the back of your hand.
Yeah.
And again, my South Korean family, when I was staying with them, they're the ones who taught me how to play this. So this is the hardest part because it's
Oh gosh, that's impossible.
it's impossible.
Wow.
Possible.
So that's what it was, everybody. I understand it's a bit like Jax, but it was a joke about Squid. I'm even playing the Squid Game music in the video. People are like, "You mean Jax, you idiot?"
Where'd you get that for real?
I ordered them off Amazon, and I got that in the
You got the pouch game?
yeah, I got that too, and it took 3 weeks to come in because they had to send them from. I'm pretty sure
Who delivered
South
it?
Korea?
A guy in a
some
suit?
guy in a suit with a card.
Get recruited.
He slapped me.
He was in the subway?
We stood there slapping each other. The Night Agent season 2.
Oh, I'm ready
Ooh,
for that.
I didn't
me
watch
too.
season 1.
It's good.
You would like it with all the CIA
Oh,
stuff.
CIA.
It's Washington D.C. secret agent type level stuff. You'd like it.
Yeah, like he worked the night room and would get the nighttime phone calls.
Comes
the
out in
night
2
room?
days.
Yeah, the second season does. Season 1's already out.
Yeah, season 2 comes out in 2 days. Okay, we're gonna watch this then.
What's the night room in?
Well, I mean, he's the night. He's like in a room at night with like a phone, and if it rings,
But it's never supposed to ring.
yeah,
That's his job?
Yeah.
That's legit.
To watch a phone that never.
Just the whole
Ray used to
time?
have kind of that job, but Ray, you were answering calls to do what? Deliver cable?
Yeah, telecommunication. So it was cable, internet, and phone. And I would try and upsell them. They would say, "Hey, having a little bit of an issue. I'm not able to get this cable channel." And I'd say, "Well, let's get you with phone and internet as well."
He was the day cable agent.
Okay. A little different, but okay.
Yellow Jackets season 3. I loved Yellow Jackets season 1. I thought Yellow Jackets season 2 lost its place a little bit. I will watch 3 to see if they catch me back. I loved 1. It's about the plane crashing and the soccer team. It's based on what happened in Miracle in the Andes, but it's like a bit fictional, and it's in Canada, and it's with a high school soccer team from America. So
Did you ever see the movie about the Miracle in the Andes?
read the book.
The movie's crazy.
I would imagine the book's crazier.
The whole
Well,
the
just
real
the
life
visual
story
of what
is
they're doing. I'm
crazy.
sure you imagine when you're reading the book, but when you see,
I've never heard anybody go, "No, the movie's way better than the book, and you get a lot more with a lot more."
Okay.
Because the book.
Your mind, you can.
Oh, I'm not saying you're wrong. That's usually the other side of the argument where
Sure.
someone's like, "No, man, you spent 2 weeks in the book reading every detail. In a movie, you got to cram into 2." I actually
I had
like
to
your
fast
side.
forward in the movie. 'Cause I don't.
I could eat
'Cause,
somebody.
yeah.
I could eat somebody right now.
Stop it.
Like I'm a
Stop
little bit
it.
hungry. I
Stop
could
it.
eat somebody right now.
no.
White
No,
Lotus.
I would for sure die.
Oh, White Lotus is good.
I've never
Bones.
seen any
Oh,
of
you
it.
would, dude. You would love those.
Never seen it.
Oh yeah, you need to watch them.
Daredevil,
Oh,
Born
yes.
Again, season 1, but technically season 4 if you count. Oh, I watched the Netflix series.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Ben Affleck?
Oh, that's gonna be
It's
awesome.
coming back.
It's not Ben Affleck.
Who's the Daredevil?
He was the movie.
Charlie Cox.
I love Daredevil on Netflix.
Yeah, and it looks intense. It looks like they're keeping with the whole Netflix like darkness of it.
Yeah, it's gritty.
So we'll see.
Stranger Things season 5. I think I quit after
Nah,
2.
We're done.
I'm not even saying it's bad. I think I just quit after 2.
No, I did too.
4 is one of the best seasons of any TV show I've ever seen.
Really?
But I don't want to watch 3.
Just watch 4.
Yeah, I'll be lost. The Bear season 4. We never watched 3. Black Mirror season 7 comes out this year. Maybe the greatest TV show of my
7
life.
Seasons?
Maybe the greatest TV show of my life.
The
One of them, if not the best. That's the show. Dang, I didn't know it came out this year. But it just says TBC. What's TBC?
To be confirmed.
Wow.
Who uses TBC?
No one.
Because they've already announced it, but they haven't said the date it comes
Isn't
out.
TBC like a tobacco?
Yeah,
The TBC?
Texas. No,
Texas-
it's TABC.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah. it's
alcohol
different.
and beverage.
And what was
Commission.
Elvis?
What?
Elvis.
Oh, Elvis was
TCB.
He's
Taking
yeah,
care of
TCB.
business.
Take care of business, baby. Thank you very much. Take care of your business. Yes, I have to find my other dice in a second. A couple things that I've written down that I need to get checked off my list. I may not even know what they mean, but bear with me. Is your arm hurting you bad?
Yeah, bad.
It's killing you?
Yeah. I think the pain pills wore off.
Do you have any more?
Not on me, no.
Eddie would like to report a theft in the studio. No idea what that means.
Yeah. There's somebody stealing your books. So there has been, I don't know, for like 3 months, 2 months or whatever, there's been a pile of your books sitting right next to me. Like it's like 3 fail until you don't ones, the white ones, and then 3 of the bare bones. And slowly you're down to 2 fail until you don't and 1 bare bones. So that means somebody's coming in here or somebody in here is stealing your books.
I don't like thievery.
Who does?
That's a good point.
Yeah, no one.
But that can't be because, like, who's going to steal a book?
Are you, unless I was thinking maybe like Abby takes them from there for you to autograph and you give them to someone?
Sometimes I'll sign books to send off, but mostly if they send them up here. Right, Abby?
Yeah, I haven't taken any from that pile. I didn't even know there was a pile of
Oh,
them.
maybe it's Eddie donating them to Goodwill again.
Stop. It's not funny and it's not me. And I
Scuba-
didn't do it. My wife did.
Do people have access to
That was good.
the studio?
The only person's access is everyone you're looking at in this room, and even though the cleaners don't have access, because they have to get me to get them in, so only us.
So it's someone on the inside.
Somebody's
It's an
stealing your
inside
books.
job.
Okay. Well,
Do you want me to set the cameras up?
I kind of don't care.
Well, hopefully they enjoy the books.
Yeah, if they read the books, get something from them. Hey,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Get
isn't that the
inspired.
win?
It's a great message.
Isn't that the win? Morgan.
Yes.
This has been a week, so you may not even remember. I thought my word of the year was content, but it's something. It's something else.
Content. Yeah, my word of the year was
content.
content.
I was like, I hope your word's content.
That's your job.
No, if it isn't, that'd be a bad thing.
Got it. Content. Got it.
No, yeah, my word of the year is spicy.
Ooh.
So it was content, but now
Yeah.
it's spicy.
Yeah, I've decided. I'm just kind of over being the one that I was like, oh, she's so sweet and nice, and I am. But like, there's a side of me that like I really hold back from kind of going after people when they love to come at me. So I'm being spicy this year.
I would encourage you not to take that spice to Facebook though, because I know you have to manage that, because you'll spend all day fighting with people.
No, there'll be a threshold, but it's just more now. I'm not letting people get by with being jerks all the time. I've always been the one who's like, okay, confrontation, don't do it, and now I'm just over it. I feel like people should be held accountable for their actions on all fronts.
I'm a strong 8 for that reason.
Strong 8.
I'm also an 8.
Are you an 8?
Challenger.
Justice must be mother served.
Yeah,
What's your Enneagram? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
we're challengers.
I'm like an 8, then a 1 or something.
But it also has a double meaning because I really suck at eating spicy food, so I kind of want to try and eat spicy stuff.
There we go. It's double meaning. Love a good.
Like
double
I am a
meaning.
baby. I put sugar in salsa
What?
because
What?
it's too
That's
spicy.
illegal.
Wait, what?
You can't do that.
Does that bring the spice down?
Yep.
I mean,
It counteracts the spices.
I have
Well, I
never
mean-
heard of it. I just wouldn't eat the salsa.
Right.
flavor-wise, maybe, but the spice, you would think it would still.
Sugar. There was a waitress that told me that, and I tried it, and sure enough, it counteracts it. So I'm trying to get better about eating spicy stuff.
I feel like I've been on a crazy Chipotle kick over the past few weeks. I get it 2 or 3 times a week at this point, and I've been eating that sauce that's a little spicy for me with the red liquidy one.
Oh, yeah, the darker
And-
one.
Yeah, and I've had it 5 or 6 times. I forced myself to eat it, and I'm starting to get kind of used to it, which is good. So maybe it's just about committing.
Yeah. I mean, I hated spicy food, and I'm Hispanic. But like in the last 10 years, I've just grown to love it. I don't know, that's my taste buds kind of dying out the older I get, because that happens too.
Interesting.
But I love spicy food now.
I feel bad about your arm, dude. I don't even want to keep going because I know your arm's killing
You're
you.
good, dude. I mean, just,
Wow, we learned something.
what are we going to do about it?
You can mix. This will alter the flavor profile. I wonder if lime juice would work because it says lemon juice, sugar, or honey will help offset the spice. So you could maybe add lime because I feel like that goes with salsa, and then it won't
Part of
change it
yeah.
too much. That's fascinating. Back to Eddie's arm. Sorry.
Nah, you're good. There's nothing
How's
to
your neck?
report.
I feel better. I don't know. I guess it just needed to work itself out.
Man, that's quick.
Ray got in here real
Yeah.
quick.
No, nobody helped me.
Ray snuck in and went to town. Ray, give me that voicemail note. That's number 7 on the list.
I could not believe it. I listened to the show and I heard Lunchbox always drives. Well, yesterday I caught a wild lunchbox in the act of riding in the passenger seat, and his wife was driving. I could not believe it. Absolutely mind blown. I tried to take a picture, but I was driving, and I couldn't catch it. Kind of like Bigfoot in the wild, but I thought it was funny.
Busted.
Any truth to that?
Convenient. Didn't get a picture.
Sometimes it's hard though.
Yeah. Convenient. Can call and leave a voicemail, no picture.
Man, that.
Well,
Farting, man.
Yep. Convenient.
Did your wife drive recently
Nope.
or no? Okay. Well, then there you go. Nothing to worry about.
Like, seriously, though, why can't you just admit it? Like, why can't you just say,
It's
like,
also
all right,
not a big deal that your wife drives.
sometimes my wife drives. No
I've
big
told
deal.
you on road trips she does, but
Oh my
in the
gosh.
city,
You gotta stop.
in the city,
You gotta
99%
stop.
me.
It feels like it hurts me to hear that.
In the city.
In the
City of Compton.
Oh, there's another one though. So I don't know. I think you guys may have been singing different songs.
I was doing that one.
Oh, you were?
Yeah,
What were
City
you
of
doing?
Compton.
I was doing that one too, but there was another one. Sing it again.
In the city.
Yeah.
City of Compton. We keep it rocking. We keep it rocking.
There you go.
Yeah, keep going so I know it.
Well, I welcome
Shake it,
everybody
shake
to
it.
the Wild Wild West.
How much do you know?
And the Compton, but and the
So it ends there.
yeah.
Okay. A drug counselor at a New York State rehab facility sold crack cocaine on multiple occasions to undercover agents
Wait, they worked where?
at
At
a
a rehab.
rehab facility.
Oh, that's terrible.
so bad.
So they were confiscating it from people checking themselves in, and then
They were undercover agents that acted like they were going to rehab. So it wasn't even confiscating it.
say it again.
A drug counselor at a New York State rehab sold crack cocaine on multiple occasions to undercover agents, according to police who arrested the alleged dealer on the felony narcotics charges. According to tips from the public, investigators began probing Alvin Lewis, 54, and identified him as a narcotic and dangerous drug dealer operating in Dutchess County, about 80 miles north of New York City. On multiple occasions, Lewis sold crack to agents with the local prosecutor's drug task force.
Oh.
While conducting surveillance of
My
Lewis,
gosh.
police determined that he worked overnight hours as a counselor at Arms Acres, an inpatient rehab clinic. He is being held without bail, an online search, Yeah.
So do you think he was a drug dealer first? It was like, brilliant. I'm going to go get a job as a counselor.
I don't.
Because then I've got the vulnerable people and I have access and I can make a lot of money. Or he got desperate somehow when he was in the situation. He realized.
I don't think it's the first one, because if you're a drug dealer and you're doing pretty good, you don't need to go get an education to be a counselor. You're just making good money. I don't even know that he was desperate. I think you just see an easy way to make money. And you're like, overnight, and a lot of people here, these people want drugs. I know somebody, so you just sell them.
I feel like you have to be pretty desperate to sell drugs to people that are trying to get off drugs.
I feel like
And
you
you're
just
a
need to be
counselor.
opportunistic more than desperate. You can be, but I feel like that's just somebody who's kind of shady anyway and like is doing it and is like, dang, I could sell these people drugs.
I don't know. I hope that he's trying to pay for cancer treatments or something.
Are you doing Breaking Bad?
You have to be.
Are you doing Breaking Bad and we don't know
That
it?
just seems like so low. Like people
So
are coming in there already
Oh, it's
addicted and
definitely-
vulnerable, and you're supposed to be their counselor, and they're coming to you, and you're like, hey,
That's
it's
the
okay.
opportunity.
That's easy money.
That is the opportunity.
Yeah, because what was it called? Arms Acres? Or
I'm not sure. I tossed the page.
oh, I wanted to know how much this treatment place was. Like, was it?
Oh, that's a good point. Was it a real expensive one? I guess it probably wouldn't matter.
I was
though.
trying to Google, but
Final thing, Tuesday Reviews Day. Let's go around and review some stuff. It's today's Tuesday, but it's like a Monday to us. We did a new show yesterday, but we weren't here for it. We recorded it ahead of time. So we were just getting stuff done from the weekend as well today. But Tuesday Reviews Day, I watched a show called The Night Manager, which is different than the other one, The Night Agent. The Night Manager has Taylor Swift's old boyfriend, who used to also be a Marvel character on Disney Plus. Tom Holland, is that his name?
No, to Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston.
Oh,
That's it.
Loki. Yeah.
Yeah. Tom Hiddleston's in it, and Hugh Laurie, who was the doctor in House.
Oh yeah, we just talked about him recently.
We did. Who's we? You and your family, or
No,
us?
we played a game where House was one of the. What do they have in common? And he was one of the guys that plays the doctor.
Oh. So we watched it, and it's about a guy who is trying to get in so they can take down somebody bad. It's called The Night Manager. It's from 2016. It is a limited series, so there is no season 2, and I would give it 4.5 pyramids out of 5. It was awesome.
Oh wow.
Night Manager.
Yeah. Not The Night Agent, which I think we're going to watch now. But Night Manager, I give it
really good.
4.5. Amy?
I watched The Biggest Heist Ever. It's a documentary on Netflix about the biggest heist.
Eddie hit his microphone. And again,
I'm dealing with one arm here. Sorry.
no, all good. I have to remember, too, because I know my knees knocked these things off a minute ago, or knocked the book off. I got to stop hitting stuff, too. We all do, right? We all have to do a better job, but I do it, too. Yeah. So I'm trying to, like, if I hit the table, I like punish myself when I go home. I take a belt and go whack over my back. Yes, because I'm trying to stop, too. So, Amy, I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Sorry, Amy.
No, it's a documentary that came out last year about this couple that stole over $4 billion in Bitcoin, and their story is pretty wild. I was very interested, but then at the end of it, I'm like, I would not recommend this. Like, you could just save yourself a bunch of time and read about them real quick. But it's pretty crazy what they were able to pull off and some of their past and how everything was like weaving together. And they said, like, the cyber people that were solving it, they're like, it's like you kind of have to look at it as like a sweater and you're like weaving everything. But everything would go back to them. But it's weird because it's all happening online because Bitcoin is digital currency.
That is correct.
Right.
That's
what I mean.
I thought you were going to say something.
Wow.
Like got it?
I know. I hate to blow your mind with that information, but it's digital currency. But they were having to wash this money. So you think of laundering actual cash and like having a business here,
So
like
they were cashing out the
like
Bitcoin.
a car wash, and you launder the money. But they were having to launder money they didn't even really have. It's like in cyberspace. So it was really weird. And she was an online rapper.
Who's not?
That's cool.
But she wasn't
do
good.
it myself a little bit. She
It was
wasn't.
like a joke. Does anybody know the couple I'm talking about?
No.
No, y'all have never heard of these people? It's the biggest heist ever.
That's the name of the movie. Yeah.
So I give it 2 Bitcoins out of 5, though.
Wow,
So
that's it.
Which, you know how you have your money comparison thing, Bobby, with like, what is $1 billion compared to $1 million? So a guy, I rewound it so I could quote him, but he was talking about if you had a $4 billion fund, if you spent $100,000 a day, it would take you 110 years to run out of money. That's how much Bitcoin they had.
That's a lot of Bitcoin. Digital currency.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Digital currency.
Morgan, did you watch anything?
Yeah, I have 3 things. I'll
Go
do
ahead.
them quickly. So, 6888, it's a remake of a true story about the first African American, like all female squadron that was sent over to Europe in World War I.
They fly, drive, planes. Like, what was their?
So no, they actually went over and they were the postal service because none of these letters and the mail was ever getting to the soldiers. This was the whole story. I guess I had never heard of it, so it was just really cool to see something I'd never even heard about.
What do you give it?
I give that one 4 out of 5 letters.
Okay.
I watched Back in Action, which is the new movie on Netflix with Cameron Diaz.
Wow, I was
and
thinking about watching that. Jamie Foxx.
CIA. It's great for that. It's an easy watch. It's not like you're going to be obsessed with it. It's like comedy action.
Tell me if the plot's right on this one. So they did something and then they don't want to be found, so they go away to like witness relocation, and then a YouTube video gets posted, and then all of a sudden they're being searched for again.
Yes.
Okay.
Exact premise. And there's kids involved, so it's a family movie that you could watch. Again, it's not
family.
Well,
What? You don't like it? You don't like family
usually that
movies?
means there's no bad words and no like shooting.
there's shooting.
Okay.
There's action in it, but they have kids. It's part of the thing. And that one was good, but it's not going to be something that you're like obsessed with. It'll be good, easy watch if you want to throw something on.
Okay, the rate.
So I give that one 3.5 out of 5 bridges.
Did you watch that one?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I don't think you'd like it.
Okay, pass. All right, next.
He called it.
And then Silo season 2.
We finished it as well.
Okay, I was not liking the season at all, and then
I should have done it too. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
the last few episodes, I finally was like, yes, okay, finally, this is what I love this show for. So I loved it so much, but because it took a long time, I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 suits.
I will ditto everything you just said. Season 2, for the most part, that was a terrible storyline with her.
It just took a
It
long
was terrible.
time to
It's
get
terrible.
there.
That part was a terrible storyline, but it ended freaking awesome.
And now I'm like ready for
I
season
know.
3.
And I've been like watching stuff and their books too. How that show ended, and we're not going to spoil anything. There is an ending that's kind of a twist, but also not really, but just something you don't expect at all. That makes you go, well, now I have to wait 2 more years for the next season. They did a fantastic job with that.
I know. I need to run a theory by you that's floating around there based on that last episode. But yeah, the last few episodes are really good. You just have to get there.
Yeah, it was a rough season to get through until the end. You're right. Mikey?
I watched One of Them Days. It's a comedy in theaters right now. It's kind of like Friday, except it's two females instead, Kiki Palmer and SZA. I thought it was actually really funny.
Theater.
Yeah, it's a theater movie.
All I heard, man, I heard the Charlie Brown
I saw your
teacher
interest fading.
when it was like, go to the
theater.
theater, wah, wah, wah. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
But there's something about going to see a comedy in theaters where you can see other people reacting to it. It makes it funnier. Like, I feel if I watched this movie at home, I'd be like, oh, that's pretty good. But seeing other people react, them finding things funny, like, oh, this is a good time. And it's kind of a throwback to those 90s comedies that did that.
And what would you give it?
I give it 4 out of 5 job interviews.
Wow, that's solid from you. Anything else?
It's about. I started Slow Horses because you said it was good.
Dude, you're going to love it. Get through the first. It's awesome.
Devoured season 1 on season 2 now.
Oh, so you did like
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could rewatch that not having seen it.
Do you think Apple has the best original shows now?
I think they have amazing shows and they do not give two ships about promoting them.
They don't.
Because unless somebody comes to you and goes, yes.
They're the only ones getting shows and movies with like big A-list stars, and then they don't say anything about it.
You know what else we watched during the break that I never talked about was The Madness on Netflix, where the guy sees somebody get murdered and he's a news anchor.
That's on Apple?
It's on
you said
Netflix.
You said Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I started this,
Okay.
but I forgot I did.
I would give it 4 out of 5 cable news networks.
Wait, did you watch the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Okay, so I should go back and finish it?
We started it and we were like, huh. And then about halfway through episode 2, we're like, oh, we're totally in.
Okay, I think I really liked this, but
Yeah.
for some reason I got sidetracked
It's
and I
great.
would have never gone back to it.
It ends up being great.
Okay.
Is it English?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie, anything?
Like American.
Yeah, I watched the Christopher Reeves story. It's a documentary on Christopher Reeves, who played Superman back in the 80s. And kind of just the story of how he even got that gig, because really that's what he was known for. He did a few other movies. But how he became Superman's pretty interesting, and how all his professors were like, don't do this. This is like, you're going to sell yourself out. Like, this is going to be a thing that's going to stick around. Like, it's not a role for you. You're a serious actor. And then, of course, he like fell off a horse and he got paralyzed, and he's a quadriplegic. And that story is just crazy, how they said he would never, ever be able to move a limb again. And then with like time and exercise and just kind of him working at it, he finally got to move. Like his arms, he was actually moving his arms and stuff, which I didn't know any of this stuff, because actually after he got paralyzed, you're like, oh, well, that's just sad.
Yeah,
And
it's like Superman not going to be Superman anymore.
then that's it.
And we didn't have social media. There wasn't a way to keep up with people.
Right.
Unless they did like a 2020 update on them.
And how expensive it was to just upkeep his medical bills.
Really?
Like,
What'd
very
you-
sad.
What'd you give it?
I'll give it 4 out of 5 capes, just because I learned so much about Christopher Reeves and knew nothing.
It got 98% of Rotten Tomatoes.
It's really good.
Wow.
You might cry, but it's really good.
Lunchbox?
Nope, nothing.
Just partying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Coach's convention.
Coach's convention.
Allergies, man.
Coach's convention. That's it. Thank you guys. And that's all we have. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.